All right, good morning, everyone. I'm going to do another weather talk today, and the main topic we're going to be discussing is the high wind event, which is forecasted for tonight through most of Monday, and its conditions are going to be pretty windy, especially along the northern Rocky Mountain front. Wind gusts up to 85 miles an hour along the northern Rocky Mountain front, and down along the plains, gusts up to 65 miles an hour. So we're going to be talking about that, and this is going to be a little different than what we experienced last time we had a significant wind event, which was this right here, which was basically looked like a dust bowl. This was back in early January when we had that really significant wind event that knocked out power and toppled trees and just caused all sorts of problems, even caused a wildfire east of Great Falls as well. But we're not going to see this. This was pretty dramatic here because there was literally no snow on the ground at all. It was very dry. That wind was just picking up that dust. So we're not going to experience that because that was just a barren ground there. No snow, no moisture at all. But things have changed, and this is what it currently looks like out there now. Is this next scene coming up? This is what it looks like now. So this was yesterday, and this is the conditions we're going to be expecting throughout the weekend into Monday. That snow being pushed by the wind, blowing across the roadways and stuff. This is yesterday, so we had that initial snow coming over. It was melting, but it wasn't enough really. The ground temperature wasn't really enough to melt that snow completely off the roadway. So you had slush and ice, and this, luckily, by the time this major wind event comes around, we should get a crust of hard snow on top. That's what happens when you get the heating of the day. It kind of puts that crust over the top, which will limit the blowing snow across the roadways this weekend. But I still expect some areas to see this problem, especially with the really high winds of 60 plus. You will get that, and you'll get blowing and drifting, like drift right there, and you will see problems like that, especially along the northern Rocky Mountain front, Browning and that area there, which is normally just prone for that. That's what they're going to experience, and that's what the main concern for the weekend is. Not going to be seeing the giant dust ball like we saw back in January, which is, I lived up here for 30 years, and I've never seen wind that strong for that long of a period. I recorded a wind gust over 70 miles an hour like 12 different times, I believe, and it was just mayhem. So luckily we've had some moisture, we've had some snow on the ground, which keeps the dust at bay, but it doesn't. The snowfall on the ground is what's going to be the problem. Is going to be the problem with it being picked up by the really high wind. So that's the main concern. But we have other concerns today. I'm just going to pull up what's going on in southwest Montana right now. We do have some snowfall on the ground. This is Norris Hill there. You can see the snow just making a funny pattern on the roadway there on US 287. Bozeman Pass, you're being impacted by some snowfall, some light snowfall right now across Bozeman Pass. So some of those roads there, it looks like one of the lanes is clear, but the passing lane has been obstructed. Livingston, big snowflakes coming down Livingston right now. Big fluff fields, or it looks like they have some good moisture in them. So, but conditions across southwest Montana right now are snowy right now, and again, that pattern there is really cool on US 287 in Norris Hill. Bad driving conditions across southwest Montana, all the way from basically Livingston up to Missoula, experiencing some sort of snowfall right now. So let me just jump into the radar just quickly, if we can pull that up. Let's see. Yeah, and you can't really see down there very well. You can see Townsend down to Three Forks, Belgrade area. Some of that radar is picking up some snowfall. Let me see if I can pull up the Missoula radar here. Maybe we'll get a better shot down there, but not really. But as you can see, western Montana, Missoula area, we're getting these scattered snow showers, kind of almost convective-like snow showers across the western part of the state. So these are going to be a problem throughout the day today as these showers move in from west to east. Some of these bands here could be pretty strong and have some pretty good snowfall rates with them. So basically, but the talk of this weather talk is we're going to go back to what it really is, and it's about the wind here. And this is just a model forecast here. This is the NAM. I'm just going to show you, if I can jump over to that. I'm going to loop it through. So this is tonight. You can see those winds starting to pick up along the Northern Rocky Mountain front. And then tomorrow, early morning, you can see those reds and darker colors starting to show up, and that really indicates these brighter yellows here. Those are wind speeds over 60 miles an hour. We've got 60 knots here pushing, and these wind speeds will be equivalent to over 80 miles an hour at times possible along that northern Rocky Mountain front. So that continues throughout the day. Sunday is going to be a big windy wind event day across, especially north central Montana. And then it really just continues throughout the day, Sunday into Sunday night, and then it continues to spread across the plains throughout the night, and then into Monday as well. That continues to push across. So spread into southern Montana down to eastern Montana as well. Livingston, that area there is under a high wind warning as well. No surprise to you guys, right? So that will basically be windy. That's pretty much a windy area all the time. So, but expect, like I said earlier in the beginning of the video here, not so much blowing dust. There might be some out in northeast Montana where there's not a lot of snowfall on the ground. They're supposed to get some pretty windy conditions out there as well. They haven't issued any high wind warnings yet, but the blowing dust shouldn't be a problem. The biggest concern we're going to have was that existing snowpack that's going to be blowing around. So that's one thing to watch for if you're traveling today through the week and through Monday. I would watch out for that. And that basically sums up. We'll do a quick. This is a quick weather talk, and basically, guys, what we're talking about is this right here. This is you need to be aware of what's going on if you're driving, especially if you're driving any big rigs, top heavy rigs that can sail around, semis stuff. Especially if you're driving from Interstate 15, basically from Helena North all the way up to the Canadian border is going to be a problem. And then the usual spot down in Livingston on I-90 from Bozeman Pass all the way out to Clyde, Reed Point out that way, and all the way to Billings as well. So that's what we're going to expect this weekend. Looking ahead, don't see significant weather patterns, any kind of significant storms in the future, at least through next week. We'll still have the gusty winds. Looks like it's going to be more of a progressive pattern. Northwest flow off, west drift flow off. So usually that tends to have increased winds, downslope winds across the usual spots of Rocky Mountain front, anywhere you're on the leeward side of the mountains, basically. So that is it, guys. A quick weather talk for y'all. Batten down if you got anything loose. If you got trampoline loose, our trampoline that we have right now is just disabled from the previous windstorm, so don't have to worry about that. But if you have anything, garbage cans and whatnot, just tie those down. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up. If you guys appreciate any of these weather talks, if you've got any comments, feedback, or whatever, shoot them in the comments. Be sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, there is the option to become a supporter if you want. It's a monthly subscription. I appreciate it. It helps do all these weather talks, and we're really going to expand these in the future. I'm going to do these religiously and get more interactive with everybody. So if you want to be a part of that program, go ahead and hit that subscription button there and look into that. And in the meantime, you guys, stay safe, batten down the hatches, and have a great weekend.